Welcome to the King Power Stadium for the climax to the second ever BT Sport Pub Cup. 1,600 teams from the length and breadth of pubs all over the country set out on a journey to be crowned the nation's best pub team. And it's come down to this: either Liverpool's The Liver Vault or the Gun from Hackney in London are just 90 minutes away now from being crowned 2018 BT Sport Pub Cup champions. Evening and welcome to the King Power Stadium. Normally, of course, home of Leicester City Football Club, but for tonight and one night only, it is the venue for the Pub Cup final here on BT Sport. So the Gun from Hackney and the Liver Vault from Liverpool will do battle on the turf behind me in about 15 minutes' time, managed by the two maestros to my left, Mr. Savage and Mr. Hartson. Of course, I've seen these teams to the final, so you've obviously done fine work, Robbie, already, haven't you?
Yeah, the boys, you know, they did exceptionally well in the semi-final. They were
the Gun, I should point out, your team.
Yeah, the Gun. They were 1-0 down with about 10 minutes left, and Bondi, the manager on a regular basis, made a couple of tactical decisions which helped them win the game 2-1. So we're delighted for them, you know. So hopefully the underdogs today, Matt, but we've got a chance.
I never really thought you'd be a tracksuit manager, and so it's proved. John, you're very smart. So
well, you know, you've got
to
make an effort,
bring out the Mr. Formal, eh?
Yeah, well, I really like my team. I managed the team in last year's final at the Emirates, where the Liver Vaults actually won. So my team tonight are looking to retain the trophy. Got some really good players. They've been playing together for a long time, this pub, and they're very difficult to play against. And we've actually got a goalkeeper with the name Philly Thompson.
Oh,
so we can't get beat. We can't get beat with a goalkeeper with that name.
I won't ask about the size of his hooter. That could be an
advantage. Talk about hooters.
Mine.
I did look at Robbie when I said that. Strong, that is. Strong. What's Dunn got that can stop the Liver Vaults and who will start as favourites?
Well, we've got a couple of good centre-halves. You know, Tom's been brought in today. He missed the semi-final, but he's back in the side today. You know, I'm sure they've got to look after the centre-forward. I think it's called Jamie, who scored in last year's final. It was nice for John to pick last year's winners to manage them, so nice for him to do that. So they start as favourites, but we've got some decent midfield players and a good winger, young Will, so we fancy our chances, man.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm giving much away. I heard you call across to say, where's the big Canadian? And one of your team said he's on holiday.
Yeah,
it's disappointing.
Yeah, he was in Tenerife like I was at 8 o'clock this morning, Matt, but I've got back.
He didn't.
Yeah, I got here before you, actually, and you were only in London, but never mind.
That's true. That's true. That'll put me in my place, won't it? So these two managers have got their teams to the final. Let's find out then how that happened, what the story of the semi-final day turned out to be. Hugo Monnier got amongst it on semi-final day.
Guys, welcome to BT Sports Pub Cup.
That's what you want.
Been watching from a distance here, they say you're never retired. I mean, it felt as if that you was on the pitch, you're fully engaged today.
I know. You can't help it. I came here expecting to be quiet, but all of a sudden you get into the game and you want to win. So we can't lose this game. It's a stupid tackle, man. Why is he doing that? Sorry.
Rio knows he was lucky. Look, his team was lucky. Rio knows they had one chance, but listen, that's what happens. It don't matter. I told them it don't matter if it's grassroots or professional set piece. You switch off in a set piece, and that's what's lost us the game. But I've seen enough. We were better than them. They had one shot on target. That was it. You know, we was in it. So look, I'm confident in my team. We'll be back second round, and we'll be doing some business.
Good man. Good luck. Nice one. We've chatted to a couple of coaches, spoke to Rio earlier, spoke to Akinfenwa. Very different, contrasting coaching styles. Rio's a little bit more technical, and Akinfenwa, he coaches with his heart. Where would you position yourself?
I think I'd be a suit manager, you know, a bit more technical, Yeah, a bit of heart as well, because, you know, when you're the best player in the world, you know, I think these guys aren't the best players in the world as well, so they can relate to me. Pub players, me, relates well.
Good man. Well, good luck for the rest of it. Cheers, mate.
This just shows you that it means as much to people at any level, no matter whatever you play at. There's something riding on the game and people want to win. And no matter what standard it is, it's always interesting to watch these games.
Good man, well good luck, I'll let you crack on.
Manager's got to do what manager's got to do. Go on.
It doesn't just come around, like it literally is once in a lifetime thing. Like, we might never do it again, so I think all of the lads are grateful for being here today, and would like to thank BT for giving us the chance to come down here and play on these pitches.
Referee! Dan! Where's this sit in, mate? Referee! Yeah! Get in there!
Mate, winning coach today, must be happy.
Boys were magnificent, 1-0 down in the final, showed great spirit, great character. So I'm looking forward to that. First, can I lift my first trophy as a manager?
Well, that's all the action from today from St George's Park, and what's been a brilliant day of BT Sport Pub Cup football. We've got our two finalists. We've got the Gun representing the south, and we've got Live Revolts from the north.
Semi-final day at St George's Park. Ugo Monye and, of course, some well-known BT Sport names and faces in attendance to see how the Gun and the Live Revolts made it to tonight's final here at Leicester City. Now, the Gun, as you've probably gathered by now, will start as the underdogs. Robbie's team will have it all on to try and wrench the cup away from the Live Revolts, who won this tournament in some style at the Emirates a year ago.
Now, Mcdonald in here. Does he need support? He's got it in Crowder. Plays it back in, good touch, and the opening goal for Live Revolts, and who else but Jamie Mcdonald. Just didn't have the time, Simmons. Gianni sends it in, it was a lovely ball and a brilliant header. Alan Weston with the second goal for the Live Revolts. Now then, we're going to have a penalty. This game is not over yet. Chance for Matt Standen. Finds the corner. And they are back in this one. Send this ball into the penalty area towards the back post. They've not cleared it. The whistle's not gone, and there's the equaliser. The Great Northern are back on level terms. McDonald. He's in behind. Still McDonald to win it for Liverpool. And he has! A dramatic finish to this game. Jamie McDonald makes it 3-2. Liverpool are the first winners of the BT Sport Pub Cup, and congratulations to them.
Well, you know when the confetti's falling on top of you that it is your night. Great night for the Livervolts, and they are now seasoned professionals. Having won it last year, they are back for this year's final tonight at Leicester. So how will the Gun find a way past the favourites, really, in the Livervolts from Liverpool? We stopped by the Gun just yesterday to find out what their game plan might be.
We play with no fear. It's a good mix of good blend of experience and youth. Everyone is comfortable on the ball. We're nice and organised, and you know, we'll attack. We like to move the ball quickly, get it forward, and create chances. And that's it, really. Just play with a good attitude and hard work for each other.
Alan's like he's the heart and soul of the team, really. Just, you know, really cares about it, gets everyone down. I've never known the first year we started doing the team, we used to struggle getting 11. We used to be ringing round and getting people down there, but now we've got plenty of players who want to play. And
you know, Nick's devoted and very successful with this pub, and we've got a really good understanding, and it's kind of a traditional kind of thing with the pub team. You know, as we know, it's a big part of English culture, and it's been great. He's very supportive with whatever the team needs, and he's always a helping hand, and yeah, you just can't ask for more, really, with that kind of relationship with the landlord. Robbie's with us at St George's Park. I'm sure he'll be there to give us any help we need. Obviously, we grew up knowing all about Robbie Savage, so to have him on our side, yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'm sure he'll be there to help us. Yeah.
Oh, it'll be massive, and there'll be people who are watching the game, and you know, we're a tiny little pub in Hackney. You know, so sort of, you know, we said to people, look, we're on TV this Saturday, and everyone's sort of losing their mind a little bit. They can't quite believe it.
Winning the BT Sport Cup, for me personally, would be just a massive achievement. I think in terms of the competition, it's in its early days, but I really think it's going to grow. So for us to have our name on the trophy this early, as I say, will be a massive achievement, and one that I'm really determined to make sure that happens.
Put a late licence in, so by the time we get back from Leicester, we'll still have a few hours drinking here, whether we win or whether we lose.
Well, from the pub to the pitch, from the Gun in Hackney to the trophy that they are playing for here at Leicester City. Time for the talking stop and the BT Sport Pub Cup final to begin. Teams behind me are, I think, about to make their entrance here at the King Power Stadium. The defending champions, the Livervolts from Liverpool and the Gun from Hackney. One team will raise that trophy in 90 minutes' time. There they come. And high time, I took you over to our commentary team for this BT Sport Pub Cup final. Ian Stone alongside Seb Hutchinson.
Yes, thanks, Matt. A special evening for these two sets of players. The Livervolts, of course, have tasted this occasion before, but that won't make this event any less memorable. 1,600 teams entered this year's competition, with 64 making it through to the regional finals in the hope of reaching tonight's showpiece. And these are the two that remain. North v South, Liverpool v London, the Livervolts v the Gun. This is the lineup of the two teams. The Gun are loaded with potential match winners. Look out for the likes of Kay, Stevens and the dribbling of Ryan Hubbell, while the Liverpools field 6 of the players who started last year's final and are captained once again by the experienced Chris Noon. And this evening, I am joined by Ian Stone. And Ian, tell us a bit about a key player for each side, starting with Jamie Mcdonald of the Liverpools.
Hello, Seb. Good evening. It's great to be here. Jamie Mcdonald scored the winning goal, of course, in last year's final. Apparently, he watches the DVD every night, and good luck to him, I would too. Yeah, I mean, he's actually, I saw the replay, and he looked like a lively player, to be honest. He really did. So he can. Some of these guys can play, can't they? That's what I'm told.
Yeah, and their opponents today, the Gun, they've got a tricky winger in the name of Ryan Hubbell. What do you know about him?
Well, he's 27. He works in the fashion industry as a buyer, apparently. He was once on the books at Ipswich Town. He's got a younger brother on the subs bench, Callum Hubbell. And apparently he was convinced by the manager to join the Gun Sunday League team last summer after playing for FC Brass in the Footy Addicts Highbury Invitational 7-a-side. This is the longest title of a league I've ever heard in my life. Thursday night league, winning back-to-back titles, so he also is a little bit useful.
Well, surely tonight is the highlight of his career, coming out to the Champions League anthem in an event, a recognition of the public houses of our country where many of us go to watch football, and a reminder that the victorious team tonight will win £5,000 for their pub, but more importantly, the BT Sport Pub Cup trophy. And Robbie Savage in charge of the Gun this evening, and back in a city he knows very well, former Leicester City midfielder. Of course, this is the ground, a new ground, the King Power, Filbert Street back in those days. And the opposing manager, John Hartson, who was the manager of the Great Northern, the losing finalists last year. This time round, he is in the Liverpools dugout. Our referee is Matt Law, overseeing this one. And the players are ready.
It's a decent atmosphere, actually.
Away we go. Can the Liverpools defend their crown? They've had that experience of a year ago, but different southern opponents this time round. The Gun hoping to fire their way to the title. Ian Stone, how do you view an evening like tonight where the quality may not be high, but the heart will be huge?
Well, I guess it depends on the fitness, doesn't it, really, of the two teams. And I'm looking around, there are some players who perhaps are carrying a tiny bit extra weight than they perhaps might do. But let's see how the game carries on. That's not a great ball.
And they might be in here already, the Gun. Through on goal. It's a tasty challenge, it's not enough to put off the striker, Will Mowbray. And it will be a corner. The first of the game.
That was actually decent defending that by Kane Cook. I mean, he made the initial mistake, but he came back and he did well to get it over the bar.
So the first corner of the game to be taken by the Gun, who are in green. And in goes that corner. It's a decent delivery. Liverpools will look to counter. And a free kick, the whistle going there. Not much of a foul, it seemed. But
if that is going to be given as a foul, there could be quite a lot of fouls this evening.
we have been warned. You have been warned that the Liverpools like a challenge.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a foul, actually. There wasn't a lot in that.
He got away with one there. Tom Bonner, unlucky. Centre half for the Gun. Expect Jamie Mcdonald to be a lone striker. Looking to get in behind here, Mcdonald, and it's Cook who shows good composure there. And the whistle goes, just as Hubbell got it. As I mentioned before, this is a big occasion for both these sets of players. There'll be some early nerves, of course. Even amongst the Liverpool's players, they'll want to win this again. It's so well to reach the final once more.
They're playing some nice football here, actually. They're knocking it about. Everyone wants to get a touch of the ball, don't they, really?
The Gun have started pretty well. Well, it's not a foul, and Hubbell still has it here. Just to move it inside. At the moment, both sides struggling to keep hold of the ball, as you probably would expect. Ball over the top through the middle. Good pace from Mann. And now the break on for the Liverpools. He can move it. Luke Mason. Sean Flynn, who was on the bench last year. Flynn again, allowed to bring it forward into midfield, and now it can be moved by Crowder. Crowder feeding that ball through the middle, and Mcdonald always a willing runner. Cleared away by Bonner. And as far as Noon. Captain fantastic for Liverpools, looking to lift that trophy for a second time. Of tackles flying in that midfield. Flynn. Now Mason, Luke Mason. Brother Dale, also in this team. Noon. Decent in possession, Liverpools. They were last year as well. Noon. It's a lovely ball over the top, but the flag is up on the far side.
He looks very comfortable. Noon, number 6. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, Chris Noon.
He's the captain, right?
Yeah, doesn't want to be called a veteran.
How old is he?
Early 30s.
Well, he's not a veteran then. He's a child.
What constitutes a veteran, would you say, Ian?
Under 50.
Okay.
Yeah, but he can play. He gets the ball down, he plays.
There's a fixture in this side. Missed out in that challenge, though. It's a dangerous ball back and hacked away by Dale Mason. See the quality that the Liverpools have, but the Gun picked up some good positions.
Oof.
Oh, now then, that's a free kick. In a decent position here. Won by Will Mowbray.
Yeah, that might have been a foul, that one. Yeah.
Well, this is a very decent position. Kay is in the penalty area, as is Mowbray. Nervous moments for the Liverpools. Free kick towards the back post. They haven't cleared their lines here, and it's a comfortable save for Philly Thompson. Man in goal last year as well. And that's a miscued clearance, you could say, but they just about got away with it there, Ian.
Somewhat. Jamie Mcdonald is a handful, though. He is. He's the most mobile. He's probably the most mobile on the pitch.
And in the stands as well.
That's a possibility as well.
In the direct play, always effective, whatever level. Here's Mowbray. Still Mowbray, good feet. That's a decent ball as well, and loads of time for Hubbell, and tipped over by Thompson. What a chance for the gun. And what a save as well.
That was a great ball in. He should have scored, really. I mean, it was a good save, but it was basically straight above him. Lovely ball in. I think he had more time than he realised. That's a good save.
The man from Essex missing a very, very good chance there. Corner kick to the gun. Dave Stevens to take. Floats it up, and there's a header just over. And they've had the better of the chances, it has to be said.
That was a beautifully flighted corner in. I mean, that is a good chance, really. Free header from about 12 yards out. Should have hit the target.
Rivervolt searching here for a chance of their own. They've been second best this opening 8 minutes. Here's Mcdonald, beaten to the ball.
The Gun have certainly had the better chances. There's no doubt about that.
There's Noon again. He knows his team inside out. He knows the runs that Gianni's going to make. And that experience really does help.
How many rounds did they have to get through?
A lot.
A lot of rounds.
Both these teams had regional finals. And then semis were played in St George's Park. Here's Gianni, bursting forward. And it stayed in play here. No. Oh, no, he didn't. No. But that was the pace of Steve Gianni, who caused problems for the Great Northern in last year's final, and did so again there.
He's got a bit of Ashley Young about him, hasn't he?
Without the cutting in.
Without the cutting in, and without the Zimmer frame.
He's going to a World Cup, though.
He is going to a World Cup. We need some experience. I'm quoting Dele Alli there, you understand?
Yeah, of course.
I would never make a judgment like that on Ashley Young.
Well, Robbie Savage will be happy with the way his side has played so far. They've had the better chances, but they just missed out. Good chances for Hubbell. Mowbray beaten in the air. The presence of Brady. Here's Luke Mason. And that's a no-nonsense clearance, you could say. And Hubbell, there's going to be a free kick handball there.
Handball.
Tension's running high, and you can hear that tension. When the crowd is low, you can hear the volume of the players. Oh, that looks a little bit dangerous, and Thompson was alert. He'd switched off there, he might have had a difficult moment.
Aaron Brady got caught there.
We don't want another Liverpool goalkeeper making an error.
No,
sorry,
we don't.
I'm sorry.
No. That's a good ball.
Hubbell's offside.
Yeah, Brady has a bit of a lack of pace. Apparently he should be going to Russia, is what it says.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on the pace of the England defenders, I'll leave that. It's Crowder, deep-lying playmaker, as is Noon. And here's Gianni racing after this. He's certainly got the legs on the gun defence. It's going to be a goal kick. He's unlucky there, Steve Gianni.
Tom Bonner did well there. He came across quite nicely, cut that run off.
The Gunners a club, only 4 years old, founded in 2014. They do play Sunday League quite regularly.
On a Sunday, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. You never know, though. Full Sunday League Saturday games sometimes.
Saturday games as well, yeah, that's true.
And there's John Hartson, this time in charge of the side he faced last year. He knows this team. Rivervolt's actually also beat the side that John was managing in the semi-finals as well.
They've beaten them twice, haven't they? They've beaten them twice in a row.
They've beaten him twice, and now he's their manager. Is that how it works now?
Oh.
And they're in behind here. Jamie Mcdonald, an untimely slip, but rescued in the end. Referee playing advantage, Mowbray. And offside, the flag came up. It was a very good run through the middle.
He just went slightly too early there, didn't he?
Charlie Mann breaking through. Whose cousin, Benito Polonino, is playing it right back. Here's Luke Mason. Likes to come back on that right foot. And Crowder. Noted already, Noon and Crowder very comfortable in possession in the middle of the pitch, and that could prove to be very crucial. What's likely to be a scrappy contest. They like to play it out from the back, that's confidence.
Everybody in the stadium told him that the other players were coming at him there.
Dale Mason, very good ball. Ward, he's giving that away though. Olashola had that header. Very good chance early on. Hubbell looking for runners. Might run himself and looked a bit unsure there. Mason able to cover.
Hubbell should have taken him on there, shouldn't he? He had a chance there, go on the outside.
Yeah, he's got telescopic vision, actually. So that was a slow one. I'll leave those to you.
It took me a moment. Good
Gianni's
ball
in here. He's got support inside. McDonald. And they hack it away.
That wasn't a great ball across. He had time there. Just roll it across to him.
But you can feel it in them growing into the game. That blow of the whistle. We can hand down to Taylor, who's with Robbie Savage.
Thanks, Seb. Yeah, I'm here pitchside with Robbie. Robbie, you managed the gun during the semi-final as well. You sort of built a bit of rapport with the lads before today. How were they pre-kick-off?
To be fair, they were very, very good. They've started in a very confident mood, Taylor. To be fair, we should be 2 or 3 up. Lads are playing some great football, looking for that through ball. Live have also playing a high line. You know, we've had a couple of headers as well, so the lads have started in confident mood against last year's winners.
Absolutely, and you said you adopted a 4-3-3 formation. Have you felt they've stuck to that? You certainly started well.
Yeah, they certainly have. Charlie there making good runs from in to out and out to in. With Dave on the ball, man of the park, looking for those through balls. You know, with a real threat, pressing them high as well. Don't look comfortable on the ball at the back live of all. So it's an all in all, it's gone, Taylor, 18, 15 minutes, whatever's gone. So yeah, very happy.
And finally, words of wisdom before kick-off. What was the special word you gave them before they stepped out on the King Power Stadium pitch?
Just go out there, enjoy yourselves. You know, if your family and all your friends are here, go out there, don't leave anything on the pitch. Go and give everything you've got, you know, and enjoy yourselves.
Thanks, Robbie. Back to you, Seb.
So, 15 minutes played. The gun 0. Liverpool's 0.
Been chances at both ends, though, isn't it?
Very good chances. I'd say the gun have had the better of the chances, though. Header from Hubbell and Shola as well.
And Gianni was in, though, on the far side there. That should have been at least a shot and goal.
Has anyone impressed you particularly so far?
Actually, Mcdonald, since the start of the game, has been a bit quieter. I like Gianni. I do like Gianni on the wing, though. He's useful and he's dangerous.
And he's got it now. Here's Gianni, beats his man for the 18th time, pulls it back. What a chance this is! And they scramble it away, the gun. Almost there. Flynn was following in. Brady, that's a lovely pass. Out to Gianni, who's having a field day on that right-hand side. And they're having to double back to help out the left back. Do like to knock the ball about. Liverpool's from the back, build from the back.
Goalkeepers can all pass now, though, can't they? It's very different.
Absolutely, it's the first thing you look for in a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Their ability to pass.
Yeah.
McDonald looking for Flynn. Not been his silky self so far, Jamie McDonald.
Touch.
Wonderful touch from Mowbray. Again, they like that ball over the top towards Luke Mason, and scrambling back, scramble defence really, and it's had to be.
That was a great tackle by Steve Ward there. Just about got a touch in.
Otherwise, he would have been in. Charlie, man.
Yeah, good touch. Very, very good touch. Otherwise, he's away.
They've been dangerous from set pieces, the Gun. And they've got another one here. Corner kick comes and well taken.
Keeper.
Philly Thompson. Doubted #1 of the Liver Vaults.
Yet to concede in the tournament.
Yeah, he keeps reminding us.
So would I.
Okay.
Give it.
Now they're in here with the pace of Gianni, and he's away here. McDonald's in the middle. Can he find him? Oh, it's unlucky. Good run from McDonald, who I think has been penalised here.
Tell you what, when you see Tom Bonner here, he does some nice defending. He doesn't dive in, does he? He just forces him to go that way.
And there's been some last-ditch tackles, and that can make the defending look good at times, but the defence
I like
pretty exposed, though.
I like the way that he just held his line there, because I thought he might cut back inside.
Stay on your feet.
Yes.
More space for Mowbray. And that's a lovely ball. Looking for Hubbell. Can he pull it back? He couldn't find a green shirt. And Gianni again in loads of room.
Open game.
Really need to get the cover there. Gianni feeds it in to Flynn. Flynn, little step over. And here's Gianni. It's a good block. They still haven't been able to clear it yet. And that was desperate at the back for the Gun. Noon. It's quality play. McDonald. Oh, and at the opportune moment, Jack Flynn falls on his bottom.
At least he's not in a game that's on the telly, eh?
Yeah, he'll never see that again. And his teammates will never show it to him again.
It's on.
Definitely see, though, that Vault's looking to play a high line, and the Gun looking to exploit it. Well, Elliot Patak, who's the left back for the Gun, has had a torrid time, really. And Steve Gianni.
Do you know he works as a lifestyle concierge? Do you have any idea what that is?
No.
If anybody knows what a lifestyle concierge is, get in touch.
Might need his own self-help, I think.
I wouldn't mind having one myself, though.
I don't think Steve Gianni's going to be coming to him for any advice, though.
I doubt it.
It's Dale Mason bringing that ball out of defence like all of the Liver Vaults players have so far.
Unlucky.
Polonio putting his head to the ball. It's getting better here for Liver Vaults is Steve Gianni. Oh, it just took too long, didn't have that sort of time. But they're under a lot of pressure here, the Gun. The tide has turned. Crowder.
Yeah, the Liver Vaults are definitely on top, but you just sense there could be a goal either way if they break away.
making for an entertaining contest, which doesn't always suit the managers. Once again, Philly Thompson happy to play the ball out of the defence. And this is awkward now. McDonald's in behind, lovely touch, past the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And he might get booked for diving here,
Yeah.
McDonald.
He's going to have to hold on to his leg for a bit longer there.
He seemed to do so well.
I think he did get a slight touch. I don't think he's completely uninjured, but he might live.
Just to let you know, there's no VAR here this evening, okay? Don't have to worry about that.
He has made a miraculous recovery, actually, from that scything tackle. So it is possible that he went down a little bit too easily. There.
Now in Matt Law's book.
That was Jamie McDonald, of course, their star striker. Maybe not one for the highlights reel, that.
The impact he wanted to make.
Touch.
Still plenty of time.
Yeah.
Once again, been caught offside a few times here, but interestingly, the two number 7s, Gianni for the Livervolts and Ryan Hubbell for the Gun, have found lots of space on this pitch.
Sean Flynn did well there, though. Sean Flynn he watched and he stepped up.
Like all these Livervolts players, looks decent on the ball. Dale Mason. Donald dropping short. Looks for the non-run of Luke Mason. He's still got it here. Cover again. It's decent defending. Apollonio.
Yeah. Never a foul.
McDonald. See now, he's dropping deep to get involved in the play. Has to be careful. And look at this, it's effectively 3 against 2 for a second there. And Hubbell is in loads of space on the far side again.
Yeah, Sean Flynn keeps losing him. Good ball.
Time and space to shoot. Shot blocked, but UK's eyes lit up there. Mowbray. I think the thing to remember as well is the size of the pitch, these Premier League pitches. That's probably why the wings are getting so much space, because
they haven't got the fitness, is what you're saying.
No, not at all. Just saying the pitch is big. Find out about their fitness quite soon, I would imagine. McDonald.
Touch.
Headed off well to Noon. You can see why the Livervolts have reached this stage again.
They can control the game a little bit more, can't they?
But here's Kay, who can make things happen. Was one of the Guns' impressive players in the semi-finals. Held up well here by Mowbray again. He's done that pretty well. Switched across. Polonio. Oh, that's a bad tackle. That has to be a yellow card, because Crowder with the challenge, and his opponent was in there.
That was Crowder, wasn't it?
Yes. Olashola, I think, was running in behind. Yeah, he was. Oh, that's a horrible tackle right on the Achilles.
Has he booked him for that?
Doesn't look so. Wasn't a pretty challenge, was it? And he was in on goal.
Also, it's possibly a goal-scoring opportunity. He's hurt by that one, isn't he?
Matt Law, perhaps there, should have given Crowder a yellow card.
It's only just outside the penalty area as well.
Well over the midway point of this first half. Still goalless, but through lack of chances. Dave Stevens to take this one. Safe to say he's looking to just cross this one in. And then it goes. Oh, that was a vital interception from Brady. This is the Livervolts always looking to counter. Was out of play there. Gives us a chance to speak to John Hartson, who's pitch side with Taylor.
Thanks, Seb. Yep, I'm here with John Hartson, pitch side. John, you actually lost to this side last season. You're in charge of them this time. They rode a bit of a storm early on, but they're coming into the game now, aren't they?
Well, they are. I think, the opposite team that Sav's managing, they started it better. I thought they came out on the front foot, won more second balls, got in behind our defenders. We didn't start particularly well, but since we started to get the ball out to Gianni on the right-hand side, he's causing havoc. The left-back just cannot handle Gianni for us playing wide right. And Jamie Mcdonald up top, he's a live wire for us. We need to get the ball to him because them two, they're doing ever so well for us. And I think we need to pick up more second balls in the middle of the park.
Absolutely. Back to you, Seb.
How do you view this first half so far, Ian?
It's a nice contrast of styles, really. I mean, we've got the Liverpool's are doing more of the attacking, really, but the gun trying to hit him on the counter-attack, and Hubbell is finding a lot of space. Ryan Hubbell is finding a lot of space on the right. A couple of better touches and he would have been in. It's the two right wingers who seem to be featuring the most. Hubbell on one side and Gianni on the other.
Well, this is a sad sight to see. Ben Olashola, who had that brilliant chance early on, he was caught on the back of his foot, and unfortunately that's cut his match short, and Conway replaces him. Or Conway.
Slightly smaller version of Ashola.
Yeah, much smaller, but fresher now.
Yes.
There's a late addition to this gun squad in the semi-finals. Good cover again. Been some decent individual defensive performances.
Yeah, that was good from Dale Mason. Like I say, I quite like watching Tom Bonner at 6 for the gun as well. He's been doing well.
In their last line. Wanted a foul there, Will Mowbray. Here's Conway. Need to make an impact now. It's a very good piece of play as well. The appeal, muted appeals for a handball. Hubbell, and that's a strong challenge, and the referee doesn't like it.
Sean Flynn not holding back at all there.
Hubbell does not look in a good way here at all. Let's have a look at this again.
Oh! Ouch. Well, he could have hurt him if he would have connected. I mean, that's all I would say about that. Hubbell's, I think Hubbell got away with one there. Just he shouldn't be too badly injured by that, but that was a hefty challenge, I think would be the phrase.
Didn't look pretty, did it?
Hubbell's got up.
Good to see they've already lost one player to injury, the gun. They've had a lot of set pieces and they've caused a lot of problems from them. Conway and Stevens over this.
Sean Flynn was still having a word with Hubbell after that as well. He genuinely doesn't think that was a foul. Yeah, the referee having a little talking too.
He's going to book him as well.
Yeah.
Which I'm not surprised about, I have to say. It's a yellow card for Sean Flynn.
If you see him in Liverpool late at night, maybe just, avoid him.
Especially if he's going to argue whether he hit you or not.
He's still watching Hubbell.
He's got his eye on him, but Hubbell's on the edge of the penalty area. Conway to take, and he's going to have a shot, Took a little deflection. Here's a corner.
It's just a touch there, wasn't there?
The way he struck that, it looked good anyway.
Yeah, it did. We had a nice angle here, didn't we? We're watching it. We knew it was going wide.
The substitute, Conway, already making an impression. There's the corner. Thompson claims again. Safe pair of hands, Philly Thompson. Gets on with it. This can always be awkward, but
it's good.
Not that time from Kane Cook. Hammered it away. And Mowbray. Oh, and they might be in. It needed to release it earlier. Still Mowbray, and the chance is gone.
He took just a bit too long. He turned and he saw him running and he didn't make the pass. And there is the difference between pub teams and professional teams. I think it is.
Speed of thought.
Yeah.
Not that I'd know, but...
No, but from up here you see the pass, don't you? You think, yes, now. All right, now.
Meza would have found that.
He might have done.
Yeah,
he might have done, yes. Assuming he'd made the run.
Another strong header at the back. Cook and Bonner look strong back there. It's the fullbacks that have had a piece of trouble. Moment of trouble. Elliot Patak in particular.
It's well played.
It's one thing at this level that you get decent centre-halves.
He's, yes, he should have gone to Russia. That's what I just keep going back to that sentence.
To do what, though?
Well, quite. In the diplomatic corps, yeah. No doubt.
Crowder.
McDonald's
to
down.
get on with it.
McDonald's down at the moment.
It's not a good sight. I want him to get straight back up again. Has he got yellow soles on his boots? All right, I'm just looking at the stripes, aren't I?
McDonald, I'm not sure.
He can handle himself as well, McDonald. Defenders tried to push him around last year and he wasn't having it. Aaron Brady feeds it forward, but straight to a green shirt. Polonio.
There's nothing much on for him there.
Conway.
It's unlucky.
Mowbray. Oh, it's probably been the Guns' best player, Mowbray. And in it goes, and you can see Ryan Hubbell. He's being watched all the way by Sean Flynn.
That is a battle. That is an interesting battle. It is. Yes. What's the word? Combative.
Yeah. There's your favourite defender, Tom Bonner again.
Just very tidy, very tidy. Didn't dive in.
Strong. Kay's made some very good runs for the Gun. Flynn has to be careful here. Oof. And he'll say he meant that.
He did well, did well.
Noon.
Yeah.
Noon has played at semi-professional level. You can see that. He's composed on the ball, the Volts captain.
Stevens did well though, there, for the Gun. Stevens, he did well to shield the ball.
Some good matchups on this pitch. It goes forward again, and there's a header. That's not going to trouble Thompson. It's back and forth this game. I wouldn't imagine there's going to be much added time.
He's in.
But he's in here. Jamie McDonald scores in a final again for the Liverpools. The man who loves the big occasion.
I'm not even sure, was that ball through to him? I think it was. It's a great pass. And he was very, very good. Just composed, wasn't he? Took a touch, took another touch. Keeper committed himself. That's a great ball through to him, though. And he finished it very, very well. 1-0.
Chris Noon with the ball through. We've seen that coming. But Jamie McDonald hasn't had the best of first halves, but the quality is always there.
Just about deserved, Seb. just about. It's been tight, isn't it? But I think that they haven't had the better chances, have they?
No, the Gun have had some good chances, but Liverpool have got themselves in front. They have the lead. They are in charge of this contest, in charge of this final. Hubbell. Polonio. Oh, break. Hubbell.
Nice ball.
It's good football here. Can they turn and make something happen? Charlie Mann back to Polonio. And Liverpool's getting plenty of bodies behind the ball.
They weren't moving the ball quickly enough there, were they? There was a lot of nice little passes, but nothing really incisive.
We close in on half-time. Continue to feel this game is still in the balance. That's not the best of corners. Looks as though the Liverpools are going to make a substitution. It's an early one as well.
Is there an injury there?
We'll see.
Jack Flynn?
Yeah, Jack Flynn's coming off. Didn't see if it was a bad tackle or not. Liverpool's in front. 6 minutes till half-time. Crowder. Gianni will go up for this header, and he wins it as well. Mcdonald. Look at that control. It's just so difficult to pin down Jamie McDonald.
They work well together, those two. Gianni and McDonald, they do. Gianni played that header on, and McDonald was looking for him.
So as it stands, the Liverpools are the side who will be lifting the trophy. A long way to go, of course. That advantage could be worth a lot. A free kick here as well. Five minutes until half-time. Liverpools 1, the Gun 0. Free kick floated into that penalty area. Hubbell allowed it to bounce, and that was a strong challenge that went in there. And that's into the arms of the goalkeeper. Eden Cook hasn't had too much to do, really. But Sean Flynn went in hard there. Conway. It's another of those long balls over the top, but as the half has worn on, Ward and the other defenders back there for the Liverpools have coped a lot better. Noon. Mason. Flynn. Dale Mason. Stevie Ward, who played last year's final in midfield. McDonald looking for Gianni again. And in went Kay. And the challenge is getting tastier. The Gun just have to stay composed, keep their heads. They're very much in this game. Mcdonald. Just cannot keep him quiet. Took two players there. Still a debate going on between Hubbell and Flynn. Noon. Clever chip ball over the top towards Mason. Here's Flynn. Aaron Brady. Gianni stopped running there. The angle wasn't really helping him. Minute left of the half. Here, plenty of shouting on that pitch. Nobody wants to concede right to the end of the half. Okay, playing that ball over the top. Has been their route through, and Ward again, excellent defending. Gianni. And away he goes, Gianni. We're going to have 2 minutes of time added on. The half-time whistle. Gianni, one of the standout players for the Liverpool in his first half. And of course, we have to mention Jamie Mcdonald, who the Gun defence was keeping quiet for much of the contest, and then he popped up and scored. Hubbell. He's brought down. It will be a free kick, and the Gun will have a chance here towards the end of this half, late on in this half, to find an equaliser. Haven't sent too many forward here. It's a decent ball in, and the Liverpools are able to clear comfortably, and it's Crowder who's given it away. It's a poor pass. Ball sent in again. The chance to play it in through Kay. Free kick. Gives music to the ears of the Liverpool players and their bench as well. McDonald. Gianni. Put away by Tom Bonner. Again, class play from McDonald. An equally composed football. Captain Noon. Brady. And there's the half-time whistle. A competitive first half between two teams desperate to lift this trophy, but the advantage at the moment rests with the Livervolts of Liverpool, thanks to another goal in a final from Jamie Mcdonald. He's done it again, and the pub from Liverpool lead by 1-0 at half-time as we go down pitch side with Taylor.
Thanks, Seb. Yeah, I'm here pitch side at half-time in the BT Sport Pub Cup final. The Livervolts lead 1-0. Both manager here with me. I'll start with you, Robbie. So, the Gun were on top, and the Livervolts scored against the run of play. What's happened?
Yeah, they were on top, but you've got to take your chances, and no matter what level you play, John and all that as a centre forward, we had 3 great chances in the opening 15-20 minutes. Didn't take them, and then we slowly, Livervolts come into the game, and with a boy up front, Jamie, he only needs one chance like last year, like in the semi-final, and he'll punish you like he did. Great finish, but we're still in the game. I thought we played the better stuff in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And for you, John, from your point of view, obviously you've stayed in the game, you've rode your luck a little bit, but then you've scored against the run of play, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's all about taking the chances, and we've not had many clear cut. I have to say, Gianni on the right-hand side is causing havoc down the right. He's got the beating of the left back. I was disappointed with our start. I thought the Gun started on the front foot, created a couple of decent chances. If it wasn't for our goalkeeper, Philly Thompson, made a great save. We'd have been a goal down. But we responded well, and I thought we finished the half really strongly. So it's all to play for, but obviously we're 1-0 up. So we'll need to start the second half better than what we started the first.
So that's right, all here to play for. Back to you, Matt and Ian, for some analysis.
Pitch side, myself and Ian Stone, who's been helping out with the commentary. I hope you can hear me. Here I am, pitch side with Ian, and we're going to have a chat, myself and Ian, over what we've seen in the first half after we've seen what's coming up on BT Sport.
Carry a gun.
Ruins the line of your suit.
Why did you put up these billboards? My daughter Angela was murdered.
When will the lesson be learned? You cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth!
This time, the chick ain't losing. Go, girl.
Critically acclaimed films. Cinema Fresh on the BT Player from BT TV.
It's time to finish what you started.
You stop this train. There's anywhere between $500 and $800 billion in there. That's what I love in a Robbie.
I want to reward cash.
These are dangerous people. You don't just walk away from this.
I'm not walking away.
You're not the bad guys. We are.
I'm done playing games.
Cinema Fresh, action-packed movies on the BT Player from BT TV.
To all the young girls clutching in the stairs in the flats, to the superstar Soccerlins, Beckham in the making. You can go far if you put your mind to it. You're a star. Don't wait to be told, just do it. Dream come true. You love that.
The lights go out and we're away. Light 35 on pole position. Oh! Cal has slid out. The song and dance man in the dirt. Massive! Incredible! It's Marc Marquez yet again, looking absolutely superb.
Ever heard of FOMO? It's that fear of missing out. This is a FOMO-free zone! Imagine if you would have missed that! That knockout, that red card, that big hit, that... I don't even know what that is. The Derby Day winner!
Harry Kane, who else?
That was definitely his goal. Hang on, where did he come from? Boom! The worldies.
Ramsey.
Yes, Rambo. Game, set, match. Oh, man. Days, that's gotta hurt. That was unmissable. See ya. You really want to miss all this? Of course you don't.
This is as good as you're going to see in the FA Cup, I'm telling you.
At BT Sport, there is no FOMO. Because here, you don't miss out. BT Sport, no FOMO.
I've been as low as any man can go. What don't kill you makes you stronger. When you're told you're going to get banned for a long time, you want it more and more and more. The Mac is back. There's not a man out there that can beat the Gypsy King. I will reign supreme.
I'm fit now, I'm skillful.
Billy Joe Saunders is a very dangerous fighter.
It's about hard work. The lost kick can be punching fresh air.
Well, all of that to look forward to on BT Sports. To look forward to here, a second half where the Gun need to find a way back into this match. Having started probably the brighter, they now trail 1-0 in to the Live Volts. And it's been quite a watchable game. I've been quite impressed with both teams in different ways.
It's very open, isn't it? It's very open, different styles. The Gun started well. The Gun started well. They had made some chances. Ryan Hubbell had that header that he should have scored. I think he had a free header. He could have put it either side, put it just above the goalkeeper. But I like the way the wingers are playing. I like the way Hubbell's playing over on the right, and I like the way Gianni's playing on the right for the Live Volts.
Yeah, and the goal, I'm not saying it went against the run of play because they've been showing a little bit. There's a bit of quality there with the Live Volts, isn't there? And actually, it's Gianni and Mcdonald who combine well.
Yeah, Gianni and Mcdonald did combine well. For the goal, Noon played the pass through.
Right.
Noon played a beautiful pass through, and Mcdonald ran off the defender.
Yeah.
And I thought he showed a lot of composure. I thought, oh yeah, that's good. Because he scored a couple of goals in last year.
He did. And he has a bit of pedigree as a player, although he was getting a bit twitchy and tetchy, wasn't he, at times during that first half, having a bit of a running battle with the number 6, the centre-half, for the Gun. He felt he deserved a penalty, which he didn't get. But
you thought it might have been a penalty.
I thought it might have been, but certainly when that opportunity to score came, as you say, good composure and slotted it away. But the Gun, as you rightly point out, made the better start and created not clear-cut chances other than the Hubbell header, but good early pressure.
The number 9 for the Gun, Will Mowbray, he's been playing well as well. He's been pretty mobile. This was a chance as well, wasn't it?
It was. Trying to perhaps walk it in a bit Arsenal-like there, Ian. Just looking for the extra pass where the finish might have done.
I thought it was actually a quicker build-up than we normally have. But,
that's true.
Yeah, no,
bounces off the defender. Could have shot there. Looks for the cross. Okay, on another day. Maybe he shoots. Maybe he scores. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I think it was pretty good actually, trying to be unselfish, but it was decent defending. Yeah. But although he did make the mistake in the first place, the centre-half.
Indeed. And actually, let's have a look at Hubbell's header, because you rightly pointed out, it sounds a bit like a weird telescope, Hubbell's header, but in fact it's the best chance they're going to have created and should have scored from, as you say.
A great ball in, and I mean whether he actually aimed it exactly there, but he could have put it either side of the goalkeeper, and that's a goal. And he had a lot of time as well, when the ball just sat up, just either side, down low, and that's 1-0. That's a decent save, though, by the way. I mean, he had to stick his end up, but that is a decent save.
I hope he doesn't have nightmares about that now. What might have been, you know?
He hasn't let it go yet, has he, that goalkeeper?
No.
In the entire competition, you can see he looks very confident, but yeah, I think he should have scored there. But he's had a running battle with the left back as well.
He has. Well, actually,
Sean Murphy.
Yeah, as you point out, both down the right wing for the Live Volts on this side, and obviously for Hubbell. And the opposing fullback on that side, there's been some good battles. Plus,
there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space on the pitch. I guess partly because the players' fitness it's a big old pitch, and the players' fitness. But it's a very watchable game, as you say.
The Gun behind could have been worse. They had a bit of a goal line scramble as well, which they just managed to deal with. Where again, just that little bit of quality. They've got a bit more composure, perhaps at times. The Live Volts.
Gianni looked good there again, though, didn't he?
And it kind of bobbles around, and in the end comes to nothing. But he has got that little bit of quality, hasn't he? Yeah,
no. To me, he's got a bit of Ashley Young about him. I mean, that was a beautiful bit of football there, and that's a very good tackle actually. But Olashola, was it, who later went off injured? But yeah, I mean, Gianni just did him there, and it's a decent cross. The keeper actually, I think the touch made a difference, but that's a good tackle.
I would have thought any pub footballer getting a comparison to Ashley Young will be pretty happy with that.
I imagine he would. Actually, we were saying Ashley Young and his Zimmer frame, as Dele Alli said earlier. But no, I think Gianni's got some pace about him. He's the one I'd like to watch on this pitch. And Mcdonald. The two of them are combining well.
No, indeed. As you rightly point out, it's a big pitch. There is space because fitness will probably be a factor.
There's going to be more space as the game wears on. But that's what we like. It's an open game. It's end-to-end. And I don't think the Gun are out of this at all.
He gives the Gun hope, does Ian Stone. Thank you very much, Ian. We'll send you back up to join Seb. In the meantime, throughout the season and the course of the competition, we've found time to give one or two of the pub teams a chance to learn a little bit from their heroes, really. And actually, one of the Live Vaults strikers got the real chance to learn the art of goal scoring from one of his heroes, I'm sure, Mr. Robbie Fowler.
Still Mcdonald to win it for Live Vaults, and he has! Jamie Mcdonald makes it 3-2.
Fowler is through here. Goal scorer extraordinaire. It's Fowler. It's 4-3 again.
Jamie, how are you, pal?
You all right, how are we? Yeah, I'm good.
How was it? Okay?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm here today. We're going to have a little few drills, mate. I know that you're a very good player, but you should beat me because I'm an old man now. But we'll see. Let's see what you've got. Ready? Yeah. Come on, back out and go in. Come on. Nice, mate, nice. Take a touch if you want. Take a touch and finish. Brilliant. Go and finish with a goal, Jamie, as well. Nice, very nice.
That's getting in, nice, that one.
Nice. Ready, Keith? Yeah. Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah.
Ready in every one of them.
Thought you were very good, mate. In fact, I thought you were brilliant. Some good finishes. Well done, mate.
Nice one, Robbie, mate. Thanks very much.
Well, that clearly worked. Good day out for Jamie Mcdonald with Robbie Fowler. And they weren't the only team, the Live Vaults, to get a bit of stardust sprinkled over them. The Carpenter's Arms and the Swan, their respective goalkeepers, got the kid gloves treatment at Arsenal's training ground, and I was there on that particular day to cheer them on.
Come on, my friend, come on. One more. More natural.
Hey.
It's like that. New technique, yeah.
But if it's really high here, sometimes.
Come on. Come on.
Good.
Woman, my friend. Oh! This is my keeper. This is my Superman, my friend. The new Igita.
Yeah.
Igita with the scorpion.
The scorpion.
Very nice.
Are all goalkeepers crazy?
Yeah, most of them.
Most of them. So that was a good day at the Arsenal training ground. We'll see if the two goalkeepers tonight can change the course of this game as it stands. Those that are here to cheer on the two respective pubs, hoping, of course, as we are, for more entertainment in the second half. But it's the Live Vaults that lead by a goal to nil. Is there a way back for the Gun? Ian Stone certainly thinks so. And it may be a case of what's on the bench for the respective teams. Never mind the two maestro managers in Robbie Savage and John Hartson. The words of wisdom are one thing, but whether the legs and the flesh is as willing as the spirit, we'll find out. I think there are changes afoot. It just got a little bit tetchy at times in the first half, so two teams will need to keep their cool. Otherwise, the manager might have work to do with 10 men on either side. I think Robbie Savage is... he's waiting to impart words of wisdom. Don't know quite what he's saying. Can't hear from here. It's probably not worth hearing. John Hartson, the cooler customer, having a little sip of water on the bench. He feels his team are in charge. They certainly are, as far as the scoreline's concerned. 1-0 up the Live Vaults. If it stays that way, of course, they'll defend the trophy that they won at the Emirates last year and pick up the BT Sport Pub Cup for a second successive year. Teams are ready. We are all good to go here again at Leicester. So let's hand you back to Ian and Seb Hutchinson.
A big second half ahead for both these sets of players. The difference just one goal. And the second half underway. The Live Vaults with that narrow advantage secured by Jamie Mcdonald, the man of the moment once again. And they'll be looking to increase their advantage here early on as Gianni tries to drive through the middle. It's going to be a free kick and a clear one. And Ian Stone is back with me for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, next goal is so vital. I know it's a cliche, but I think if the Liverpools get the second goal, I think this game's over. Can't see the gun getting two. They haven't let in a goal yet, have they, Liverpools?
It's interesting, in last year's final, Liverpools went 2-0 up, only to be pegged back to 2 each. And then scored a late winner through, well, you guessed it, Jamie Mcdonald. Gianni. Noon. Some familiar faces in the Liverpool side who have really impressed tonight. Here's Elliot Patak. And out comes Philly Thompson. And he seemed confident from the moment he came racing out.
I was unlucky, actually. I was almost a lovely ball, that.
He injured himself.
The keeper.
Just holding his shoulder for a brief second. The best place to have an injury as a goalkeeper.
No, he seems all right.
Taken down by Bonner. He'll look for Mason. Attack trying to be a bit more physical with Gianni. Nothing else has worked so far.
I was actually talking to the goalkeeper before, and we were talking about Gianni and the goal. He's saying, yeah, it's a bit like Theo Walcott. I said, oh, well, I think he might be better than Theo Walcott. But he's definitely the danger. He is definitely a danger. McDonald is a very mobile centre forward, isn't he? And Noon can play the 6.
It's proved to be the case. It was Noon's pass to McDonald. Just the difference between the two sides. Sort of scenarios where you've been there before. Liverpool's in this final last year, the Emirates Stadium.
Do you think the experience will count then at this point? If it goes into the last 10, 15 minutes, then you figure they've been there before. There's another ball on the pitch.
To go and get their own ball back. Stevie Ward throws it short. Lovely touch that was by Flynn. And he'll take the corner. And they'll look to manage this game now. Liverpools, they have the advantage. They like to keep hold of the ball.
Apparently Jack Flynn,
awkward.
that 9 is a retired cage fighter. And then it was written down the budgie got the better of him. Pretty funny. But he had a nice touch there. Nice touch to get that corner.
You don't want to make him angry. Crowder. McDonald, lovely ball in, and at the near post, goalkeeper was in place.
It's well defended, actually.
A few moments there, stream of agony from Eden Cook. Look at the body strength of McDonald, and he had to have been pulled back there. He's the last man as well. And the referee is going across to speak to his assistant. Now there's an important decision here. Could be sent off for the last man. Professional foul.
No, he's off.
And it's a red card. Well, you just felt from the moment the foul was made, and it's your man as well here.
Is it Noon?
It's your man Bonner.
Yeah. So he thought he was coming back from an offside position, and I'm not sure if he was. But as soon as he, basically, because he thought he was coming back from an offside position, he thought he could foul him. But that was, I also thought the defender might have been able to get across as well. I think it's a bit harsh.
I think the referee did quite well there. He went across to the assistant to check if it was offside. And then the moment he decided it wasn't, then he had to go there, Bonner, because it was a professional foul. tugged his man back. Wasn't an honest attempt to get the ball.
No.
So
they're in big trouble
argue.
now, the gun.
Yeah. And it's Mr. Tough tackling Sean Flynn. He looked to put his foot through this one. It is Flynn, and it's good hands from Cook. But not what the gun would have wanted to
No,
put it simply.
no, well, absolutely right. And I feel like I put a bit of a curse on him there by saying how well he's playing. But that was, I mean, if he was through on goal, and he might well have been, then that is a red card. And I think it's harsh. And if we had another angle to see if it was offside as well, that'd be quite useful, because it might have been.
That's the big call there. I think if he is onside, I think he had to go. Because McDonald was in, and you certainly would have backed him to score. Good feet from Flynn. Just wonder, do the gun have it in them to respond now? A man light and a goal light.
Good ball.
Conway just pokes it through. Body language at the moment from the men in green isn't great.
Oh.
Lovely skill from Gianni again. Couldn't quite get away from Patak. And that's better from Patak. That's probably his best defensive moment against Gianni all game.
I thought Gianni was away there. Lovely bit of football. Oh, here we go.
And here we go again. Yes, Mowbray. You just get the feeling that the Liverpool's, they're controlling this game. They look confident in and out of possession. Important players are finding spaces all over the pitch. And McDonald's on the move again, and it's a foot race which he wins. He's looking for support. Still McDonald pulls it to the edge of the area. Here's Noon. And it's ricocheted off the captain. That's going to be a goal kick.
I thought he might take a first-time shot there. He's sort of got a bit of Tom Huddleston about him, hasn't he, Noon?
Sort of, trying to say laborious composure or what?
Slow. That's what I mean. He's slow, but he can play. That was a nice bit of play, that. McDonald again finding space, and that pace, he's just got the beating of all the defenders.
Well, a second substitution here, and it's Ryan Hubbell, who had missed an excellent chance in the first half, and that seems an age ago now, and what a chance it was, and it's so far proving to be costly.
I think that might be his brother, Callum Hubbell.
Is indeed the two brothers, but they won't get to play with each other. Hubbell for Hubbell. Callum's the youngest member of this gun squad. Can I say gun squad?
You can, yes. Yeah. I don't know, I'm not the person who decides, but you have said it, so yes, you can. Liverpool have just got to play a controlled game now. John Hartson's touch as good as ever.
And he'll be happier now than he was at this stage in last year's final. He was 2-0 down to the side he now manages.
Chance here.
Oh, they got the break on, and McDonald wants the ball played, and a wonderful pass to find him as well.
Defended.
But good cover across. But it's coming back at them. The noon slalom. Gianni. Still Gianni. Wonderful play, back post. Oh, they were queuing up. And you feel that goal is coming for Liverpool.
Oof.
Oh, another late challenge. We've seen a few of those. And going to reach for the pocket again. To take a look at this one here again.
Luke Mason a bit late there. On the, he's just come on. Welcome to the game, Mr. Hubbell. Slightly tired tackle. They're all getting a bit tired now.
Unsurprising, of course. And the Liver Volts have made another substitution. Sean Flynn, the man of the tackle, has gone off. Charlie Mann can't get his cross in. Mann again, still Charlie Mann. But they're so well set up for the counter-attack. The Gun have to commit players now. They are down to 10, but they're a goal down, and you just feel that Liver Volts are going to find spaces. They have that pace on the counter. See that Gianni is hugging the touchline. There's always an outlet.
I mean, they're almost 3-on-3 up front.
Wins the ball in the air as well. It's going to be a free kick to the Gun. Let's go and speak to Taylor again, who's down with Robbie Savage.
That's right, Seb. I'm here with Robbie Savage, pitch side. Robbie, sending off just now. What did you make of it?
Well, listen, it's tough. It's a tough job for the referee, and he's got to, you know, ref the game as he sees it. You know, Tom, I thought went for the header, missed it, and I thought it was a cover man. Listen, I've not seen it. I haven't seen a replay, but then the refs decided to give him a red card, which at time in the game when we were just on top. It's going to be very difficult now for the boys. You know, it's going to be so tough for them. 10 men on a big pitch. Go on, Will! Go on, Will! Oh, needed, but change the game. They're very dangerous on the counter-attack, but 10 men on this pitch is going to be tough for our boys.
Absolutely. That's what we're going to the sending off. Back to you, Seb.
It's a lovely drop of the shoulder from Will Mowbray, and he's looked bright in parts of this contest.
He's the one, Will Mowbray, really. He's the one, if they can get him on the ball. But whether they can keep them out again, Gianni's looking dangerous.
Off goes Gianni again. Dived in a bit there for Tack. Still Gianni, his eyes light up every time he has the ball at his feet. He knows he's got the beating of his man. Pulls it back to the edge of the penalty area as a heavy touch from Dale Mason. And up again. I have to say, I have been impressed by Will Mowbray's hold-up play and his general movement. He's a decent striker, just hasn't had the chances this evening.
Yeah, Aaron Brady has actually policed him quite well there.
Charlie Mann. The cover from Dale Mason. And of course, even though they have the goal advantage, the man advantage, and this is still a final, and nerves will still play a part, especially when the players begin to get tired, which, as you said before, Ian, is already happening.
Oh!
No, that looked like a handball, referee. The side's against it. And the counter is on, and Gianni's involved in that counter. Can he play the right pass? No, he can't. They still have it, Liver Volt. Noon moves it quickly. And they're on the back foot here, Gun, and the ball is just past the post. The shot just wide. The game is so open.
I think the Gun have responded pretty well, actually.
Let's take a look at this penalty shout. Oh.
Yeah. That's a penalty, is it not?
Well, you could say it's ball to hand or whatever that means.
I mean, it wasn't an intentional handball, but it did make a difference to the play, didn't it? So, I mean, the gun would suggest they're not getting the rub of the green with the decisions, are they? Really?
Patak, who's found this evening difficult not to be on his back at all, but he won't want to see Gianni again. That's all I can say. His first raid forward. Robbie
he was in
desperate.
there. He was in there, Patak. He probably should have passed that rather than had a shot from 30 yards out.
Robbie Savage desperate for his side to get back into this game. They started the match the stronger. But you could say since the Liverpool's got that goal, they've been the better side.
Yeah, the gun are playing well. They responded very well to going down to 10 men. You wouldn't know they're down to 10 men, would you?
Here is the goal scorer, Jamie Mcdonald, whose goals decided the final last year. And at the moment, they're deciding this final. Stevens took a little nick off the shot. It's going to be a corner.
Nice turn that from Stevens. Made space for himself very well.
They haven't disgraced themselves at all, the gun. They're just up against a side with experience, and know-how, and individual quality. Corner played low. Hit it away. And Luke Mason.
Oh.
Just swinging that cross in again. It's a wonderful ball!
Oh.
And a glorious chance. Spurned again. And Robbie Savage's face says it all. Won't get better than that for Dale Stevens. Dave Stevens.
Well, should have been a goal. I mean, it should have been a goal. It's a great ball in. And he's, what, 4 yards out?
Gianni working hard with Patak. Won't give him a moment's rest.
Patak's having a tough afternoon. He's actually quitted himself quite well in the second half.
He won't have enjoyed this. Liverpool's in again. Jamie Mcdonald, wonderful pass, chance for the second, and the post is clipped. And Luke Mason. How close was that? But what a pass that was from Mcdonald.
Chances at either end. Mcdonald with a really good turn here, and I thought he was going to shoot at this point, but it was a lovely pass. He should have hit the target, shouldn't he?
Saw the piece of
Jamie
Mcdonald shooting practice.
They took him off straight afterwards. That's a bit harsh.
Joey Eason, the new man.
You missed that chance, you're getting off, mate. Sorry, that's it.
A popular player in this team, Joey Eason, and likes a tackle. Crowder. And Gianni's now across on the left-hand side.
Wants to go and talk to the other fullback.
Yeah.
See you,
yes,
mate.
he is. Oh, lovely cross as well. With the outside of the boot. What a cross that was. And headed just over.
I can't believe this game is still 1-0. Nice again from Gianni. He's obviously mainly right-footed, one would suggest.
Yeah, still difficult to do, I suppose, but... Here they go again.
And they're in again. Goalkeeper makes the save. The follow-up is missed. And what a miss. Well, goodness me.
Well, it was... It was Jack Flynn and Joey Eason. And Joey Eason, who you said...
The man who's just come on.
Who you said he's quite popular. He won't be so popular now, missing a chance like that. Slightly less popular now than he was 2 minutes ago. He really got in the way then. I think Flynn could have buried that.
And you, again, you get the sense that whenever a side doesn't take their chances, you feel they're going to be punished. And if anybody heard some choice words, I apologise for that.
Who'd have thought there'd be bad language at the Pub Cup final?
I know, not that you...
That's a shock to everyone.
You still must apologise for it though, Ian.
Quite.
Even though we can hear every word. Mcdonald on the move again. Battles and wins it back, and here's Noon. But they still look confident, Liverpool. There's no sign that they're getting tetchy midway through the second half.
They should be out of sight though, shouldn't they, really? They've had a couple of chances, they've hit the post, missed an open goal.
And the flag's up again against Joey Eason.
I mean, the Gun are going to have to really commit at some point soon. They're going to have to push up high. And you just feel that Liverpool are going to get a second one fairly soon.
It's certainly been entertaining. Oh, attack couldn't keep that in. It was a poor pass, really, and Eason wasn't backing out of that block.
Got to go and get his own ball again, isn't he?
Keep an eye on his jump there.
Gun's still in this though, aren't they?
Absolutely. Sure, they're hoping to just move that ball to a good position to allow somebody to rifle it in, maybe, I don't know.
It needs no comment that at all.
Absolutely.
Chance here.
Oh, they always look dangerous on the counter, Liverpool, but the Gun have it. Sweeping pass. Just about recovered.
Decent defending that.
Now Joey Eason to break away.
Oops.
Scrambling back was Randalls. And a shot well over the bar.
Yeah, they're slightly lacking discipline a little bit, Liverpool. They should be controlling this game. That was 20 yards over the bar.
3 points, isn't it?
Yeah, quite.
Gianni wants to get back on the pitch. I don't think the Guns defenders want him back on the pitch. Battling everywhere.
He's got a lot of energy, Gianni, isn't he?
Excellent performance.
And now they move it again, Crowder. The cover from Dave Stevens, who's put in a shift as well. John Hartson knows his side. Have had long periods of this game where they've looked in control, but one goal is all there is between the two teams.
Dave Stevens had a very good chance, didn't he, about 10 years ago? 10 years.
It feels like it.
10 years ago. How long has this game been going on? Yeah, but other than that, I think the live involved should be, they should be out of sight in this game.
As though Ghana going to make another substitution, and Charlie Mann looks like he might be the man to make way. This is the sort of moment now as the players begin to tire.
Begin?
it's just being nice. Flag is up. The mistakes start creeping in. Could be an equaliser as well.
Like I say, I think the Gun have acquitted themselves well, considering they're a man down. You wouldn't really know it from watching the game.
And yes, it is Charlie Mann who makes way, and the man who went off earlier, come back on, Ryan Hubbell. I think you're allowed to do that, aren't you?
In this game, apparently, yes. So the two brothers are playing together now.
Well, that's nice. If perhaps not technically within the laws of the game.
Mcdonald's gone a bit quiet, hasn't he? He's not really involved as much as he was.
Now you've said that, Ian. This is how it works.
Is it the curse of the commentator?
Yeah, the second goal's coming. You feel, you know, these sort of moments, even if he does get tired himself, he's got that quality.
Well, he's got more pace than anyone else on the pitch, except for Gianni.
Except for Gianni.
Yeah.
Don't think anyone in this city has much pace as Steve Gianni. Jamie Vardy's not in town anymore, is he?
No, not the moment.
At the moment, I should say. Mcdonald. Acrobatics.
That's well played by Flynn.
Very good play. Noon. And the flag is up again, unlucky. You can see Noon's always looking to play that pass through. Donald disagrees with that.
It's hard to tell from here, but I could see that he was trying to get himself back on side. Maybe he just didn't do it quite quickly enough.
Kay.
I mean, how long before they go for broke? They've got 17 minutes.
It's tough, though. They are a man down. They seem to have played well with one less man, but doesn't make it any easier. Mcdonald.
Yes, those two combining again. Yep.
And they're in here with Mowbray. Oh, it's going to be a corner. Cover across from Brady.
You know, Aaron Brady, he definitely can't move as well as some centre-halves, but he reads the game well.
So he came motoring across there. Is that the right word?
Turns like a ship in the harbour.
Yeah, easy for you to say. Oh, now then, they put it into the net, and the goal is given. Philly Thompson with the error, the goalkeeper. A controversial equaliser for the Gun.
Well, I thought that might have been a foul. I mean, Philly Thompson is complaining bitterly about it. He's having a little chat with the assistant referee.
Well, they're not happy. They're not happy at all, the Liverpools. They were in control.
He's going to put the goalkeeper as well.
And Philly Thompson is furious. He's going to get the yellow card, the Liverpool's goalkeeper, for his complaints. But ultimately, the referee felt he wasn't fouled.
You know, it's nice, in a sense, I quite like the fact that that wasn't a foul on the goalkeeper, because I don't think it was the worst tackle in the world, but he looks very, very unhappy, the keeper.
Well, I'd like to see that again one more time. And ultimately, it's 1-1.
Well, game on.
And the goal scorer, the Spaniard, the man from Catalonia, Josep Estol. And another penalty appeal as well. It's drama
Not
here.
enough. Not enough there on Jack Flynn.
It's a lovely story about the goal scorer, though, Josep Estol.
Is this the guy who played against Andres Iniesta?
He did. Tell us the story, Ian.
Yeah, I'm just reading. He said the best player he's ever faced is Andres Iniesta, which, following the game, left him speechless in the car journey home with his dad. Which is fair enough here, Mcdonald.
Graduate of Girona in La Liga. Oh, there's a late challenge there now. Mcdonald, he's already been booked, and a decision for the referee to make. And has this match turned on its head? Is the Liverpool's most important player about to see red here? The challenge looked late. Mcdonald booked for diving in the first half. And he's off. And he's off. Jamie Mcdonald, the hero of last season's final, the hero of the game up to now, is now the villain as he makes way.
It was a little bit late, that tackle. Let's have a look at it. We've just seen the replay now. Oh.
No complaints.
I think it was a yellow card. He's got his arms out as if to say, what? But he was not getting anywhere near that. He should have let it go, and he didn't, and he pays the price. Only a yellow card, not a red card tackle, but...
And this is why we love football. The guns seem dead and buried. And now, we're level on the scoreboard, and we're level in terms of players on the pitch, although I don't know for how much longer.
It's not like when they were 11 against 11, they could really cover the entire pitch. This game has turned round.
It's been entertaining, though.
Oh, it's a great watch.
There's a free kick. Header won by the goal scorer for the Gun, Estol.
Hopefully there won't be any tears home in the car with his dad later on today. Well, it can go any way, this game now, couldn't it?
Do you think Andres Iniesta's watching?
Andres Iniesta always said that he was the best player that he ever played against as well, Estol. So, which I think was quite nice of him to say that. It's a chance here.
And there's a shot. Oh, what a goal that is.
No.
Oh, no. Goodness me, at first attempt. Well, head in hands there. Joey Eason.
Good
fooled me, that's for sure.
Oh, it's a good. Was that a good save, that?
Let's have a look at this again.
Oh,
it's well wide.
It wasn't that close.
Goalkeeper comes, doesn't claim at the first attempt. Hubbell.
He's off.
Running away, and another strong challenge. Ian, I get the feeling we're not going to have a 10 against 10 by the end of this one.
This will be the five-a-side pub cup by the end of this match.
Well, the early regional rounds of this competition, it was 7-a-side.
Yeah.
Might be returning to that, yeah?
That was a good foul to give away there, actually, because he was away there, Hubbell.
So Dave Stevens over this free kick for the Gun. There it goes towards the back post. Lee Thompson got something on that. There's another strong challenge in there. Hubbell, Mowbray. Free kick.
Stevens takes a decent set piece, actually. He's taking some good corners.
There's been some good individual performances in this game. And let's head down to hear from John Hartson, who won't be as happy as he was before.
John, 10 men apiece now. What did you make of that sending off?
Well, I didn't really get a good view of it, but the liver lads seemed to think that the referee was, that the goalkeeper Thompson was fouled. But listen, there's no blame on our goalkeeper. He kept us in the game in the first half, so I thought we played long enough in the game with 11 men. We had a one-man advantage. I thought we were a little bit wasteful when we didn't really make the most of that. And strangely enough, I think the Gun have actually got a lift by going down to 10 men. They seem to have played better, but it's looking like maybe now penalties. Our centre forward has just been sent off, Jamie, for a second yellow. So that's a blow, because we're down with 10 apiece, and our centre forward, we probably would have took a penalty as well. So it's all to play for. And to be honest, the Gun have showed character. They showed a little bit of spirit.
Got
to
a
get
bit
back
overexcited there.
But still, if the referee can't spot a foul on our goalkeeper, then that can't be right either. I'm not quite sure about their sending off, about our sending off. Sorry, their sending off. If he's last man, then he has to go. But I wasn't quite sure whether he was last man. So let's get on with it. We're going to go down to penalties now. Whoever holds their nerve, unless somebody can get a winner.
It's going to be penalties. 8 minutes to go. Back to you, Seb.
Well, this is a game you just cannot call at the moment. Here's Gianni. He's away again. Still Gianni. Pulls it back, and the crossbar is hit. But on the follow-up, the chance missed. How many chances in this game have been missed? It's unbelievable.
Gianni just causing so much damage down the right. And really, Flynn should have scored that.
Look at that. Another chance goes begging. The reaction from Gianni as well.
He's made 4 or 5 chances, presentable chances that should have been put away.
Now Gianni's back on the right, Eason across to the left.
Yeah.
In a few minutes, Ian, I'm going to say who the man of the match is, or who you think the man of the match is. But still a bit early.
Yeah.
You might have said Mcdonald before, but I'd asked you just before.
Well, as it turns out, he didn't do anything else except for getting sent off.
That's true.
But there's a couple of candidates, but it would be quite good to wait a few more minutes.
As it stands, we're 5 minutes or so away from penalties. Eason. One thing to remember is that the Livervolts did score a late winner in last year's final.
Yeah.
But the man who scored it has been sent off.
I still think the live vaults are more likely of the two teams, but I wouldn't be totally shocked if it went the other way.
Still time for a winner. And the live vaults might find it here. Oh, what a run that is! And safely claimed by Eden Cook.
Jack Flynn's going to have nightmares if they lose this game. He's missed a couple of chances.
He's looked bright, but some big chances missed.
Oh,
he actually did quite well, and it looked as though the chance had gone.
Keeper didn't know much about it though, did he? Let's be fair. Things seems to have calmed down a little bit in terms of the combative nature of the game.
Absolutely. So set piece here for the gun. Tossed into that penalty area. Is it going to bounce? Falls to Patak. Still Patak. Works the cross. And that's headed over by Hubbell.
Decent bit of play on the wing though, Patak. Obviously better going forward than defending.
You can see that he's been relieved of his Gianni duties. Carolan has taken over that role, having to deal with the lively winger. Mowbray. Clever ball through. Oh, the goalkeeper committed, but didn't get a touch. And Estal almost had a chance for a second.
The goalie did well there, actually. The goalie came out, but he didn't stick his hands out. It's a great ball in, by the way, from Mowbray.
Probably
pace
been the
on that ball.
Best player, perhaps.
Yeah.
Gianni. Oh. Off he goes again. It's almost unstoppable at times, but the gun in behind through Mowbray again. Hubbell's in support. Here is Hubbell. And Mowbray on the move. He wanted that ball played through. Didn't reach him. Here's a stole.
Well, what I would say is whoever I name as man of the match, he'll probably be on the losing side. Oh, cool.
Just for a second.
Decent
that
hit.
attempt there from Kate just wouldn't come down quickly enough.
It's all the gun now.
Patak. The Liverpool's hanging on here. Challenge goes in, and that looks like a free kick.
Yep.
Which gives me a chance to ask you, Ian, who your man of the match is.
Well, it's a hostage to fortune here a little bit, but I've been talking about him all game. And I think the Liverpool's number 7, Steve Gianni, has been outstanding and has made some beautiful runs and great chances. And I think he deserves to be on the winning side. Doesn't mean he will be, but...
Well, will he be on the winning side? He's in here, Steve Gianni. This could be the crowning moment for his performance. He's won a corner.
They don't want to commit too many men forward, though, do they? At this point.
I fancy we're going to have a few minutes of added time
here. Four.
The board is just about to go up. 4 added minutes. Is there still a sting in the tail? The ball just wouldn't come down.
No.
There's the confirmation. It's a difficult period of play now.
Well, do they stick or twist? That's the point.
You could say for the gun it's Russian roulette, couldn't you, really?
You could say that. You could. I wouldn't have done, but you could say that.
I did say it. Well, Robbie, he never would have believed his side would be able to get back into this when they were down to 10 men and a goal down. But somehow they clawed their way back into it.
Sub.
There's going to be another change here late on. I was going to say fresh legs, but in all honesty, there's only a few minutes left. It's probably going to be a penalty taker.
They've taken...
Well, Hubbell's coming off for
again.
The second time.
He's been subbed twice. They can't make up their mind about Hubbell.
Ian, I'm not going to ask you to go through all these subs. We've got players who've played already coming back on again. This is Charlie Mann.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get a run out, to be honest with you.
Any minute now, we'll see Mcdonald come back on.
Hats off.
Maybe.
Oh, Moody.
Oh, here we go. Referee just wants to calm things down, I would imagine. Sure, you'd like to see Tom Bonner back on the pitch. Maybe we can sort that.
I enjoyed watching him. I genuinely did. Just looks like he held on to someone who was throwing goal.
Noon. You'd expect him to take a penalty.
Yeah.
Now I've said it, he won't.
He looks like he can hit a dead ball, though.
Definitely. Long ball into that penalty area.
Good defended.
Brilliantly brought down.
That's Kay, yeah.
Batak. Kay's usually the playmaker for the gun, but he's had to sit very deep in this game. Gianni. Up against the fullback. Still Gianni. Oh, thought about slipping it through. Not cleared their lines yet. Gianni again. But they know now to double up whenever he has the ball. There's support for the defender. And since Eason's come on, Gianni's been switching wings. Should have just stayed out on the right. He was getting the better of Patak.
Yeah. He's done most of his best work down the right. Although he did get that crossing with his wrong foot or whatever. But it was...
looked good, though.
Yeah, it did look good.
Conway's back on for the second time. If you're keeping up. Oh, there's another meaty challenge. We're at the point now where another red card wouldn't really make any difference.
No. It's been a very watchable game, though, isn't it? It's decent standard.
It's been a good advert for football and pubs. Mowbray.
That's it.
And there's the full-time whistle. The Livervolts were ahead, but they were pegged back by a spirited late fight back from the gun. And the final score at 90 minutes is the Livervolts 1, the gun 1, and we go to a penalty shootout.
I think the gun did very, very well there. They were in trouble. They were a man down, the goal down, and they came back and they could have won the game at the end. But so could Livervolts. So maybe 1-1 is about a fair result.
To not use a cliche, but you know, the game had everything really. We had sendings off, we had good goals, had tough challenges, we had controversial incidences.
Yeah, it's been lively. I think would be the word that I would use. I've enjoyed watching it, and like I say, I thought the standard was higher than I was expecting.
What were you expecting? Were you expecting?
2 pub teams, and we got them. But these can play. I mean, I understand there's thousands of teams have come through this competition, so we know they can play. But it's a decent level of fitness, and some decent touches. And I think that both teams deserve credit, actually.
You have to say the two managers, John Hartson and Robbie Savage, giving some motivational instructions to the two players. Not much more they can say to them, really, at this point.
No, well, it's who's the calmest, isn't it? And how the goalkeepers handle the pressure.
With that. Listen, boys.
Goalkeeper,
Believe in
of
yourself.
course, only really be a hero in this sort of situation.
Yeah, win-win for
It's their
keepers.
favourite time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they like a penalty shootout, yeah.
Whereas the other 20 players probably hate it. See by the looks of the players, and normally, a player who's been sent off can't take a penalty. I hope that rule is still the case.
Yeah, I can't, I mean, it's Hubbell. Was he on at the end or was he not on?
He was on and off and on.
Yes, I'm not sure. He was off. Well, I'm not sure he's allowed to take a penalty, but
You sure?
you know what? I hope it's a great save rather than somebody blasting it 40 metres over the bar. Because also it'll take about a week to get the ball back as well.
That's true. The players have had to go and collect the ball themselves. We saw a player earlier nearly come a cropper.
Well, apparently, I'm looking at the signs. It is an arrestable offence to pass that point.
That's a very good point.
But apparently they've let that one go for today.
I've had a few of those, but it's all in the spirit of this contest. And in last season's final, the Great Northern were denied at the death by a late goal from Jamie Mcdonald. This time round, the Liverpool's ahead by a goal from Jamie Mcdonald. And they look set to go on to win this contest, but somehow, and I'm still not sure how...
The gunner's still in it.
The gunner's still in it.
Yeah.
But both sides had chances to win it at the end. And you could say that both sides would have regrets in this game. It's hard to call.
Dave Stevens should have scored. Here we go.
Looks as though the penalty shootout is about to begin. And Rory Kay, the playmaker for the gun, who was the deep-lying playmaker, forced backwards. And he's going to take this first penalty for the Londoners. Kay against Thompson. And he slips it under the goalkeeper's left arm.
Good penalty.
Man born in Homerton Hospital. Can't get more Hackney than that, can you?
I was born in Homerton Hospital.
There you go.
I was born in the same hospital as the guy who just took a penalty. What are the chances?
What an honour. Well, Jack Flynn,
where was
missed
this
a
guy
few chances. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
And he puts his penalty away.
He's having a little word with the goalkeeper as well. Jack Flynn. Shush. He's going shush.
Is he suggesting he's getting abuse from the crowd? Jack Flynn, he's the cage fighter, remember?
Yes.
Be careful with what you say about him.
He's a fine figure of a man, Jack Flynn.
Well, Ryan Carolan, the Irishman, who once played for Ireland in the Victory Shield.
Yeah.
And he tucks that one away.
Comfortable.
And everybody successful so far. You can feel the tension here.
Long walk.
So tense.
It's the long walk.
It's the worst walk in sport.
This is good practice. This is good practice for seeing penalties in the summer. Oh, good penalty.
Another one put away. Well, so far, so good.
Well done, Brody!
Decent penalties from all four guys.
It's the closest a goalkeeper. Well, the goalkeepers have guessed pretty well so far. Haven't got their hands on it.
Dave Stevens missed a big chance in the game, but I like the way this guy's played.
I'll ask you again after this penalty.
Now, straight down the middle.
Oh, well, you can feel any moment now. A player has to fail at some point, and they'll remember it for a long, long time. Ben Crowder. Oh, very good penalty.
Good penalty.
Frustration for Eden Cook.
Doesn't look like a goalkeeper is ever going to save one of these penalties. When does the season start?
Is the World Cup over yet? See the Leicester players coming back out in a minute.
I'm trying to see someone who might miss a penalty. I'm not sure about this guy. I have my doubts.
It's Conway.
Oh, dived out of the way.
Straight down the middle.
Dived out of the way. Just stand in the middle of the goal.
Come on. You wanted it. You wanted.
I think the next man about to take a penalty is Aaron Brady, yes.
It's the fastest he has ever moved.
He's going to smash it down the middle.
He's a player, though.
Brady, saved! The first
Here we go.
failure. The first save as well. Eden Cook keeps out Aaron Brady.
That's a good save, but not a great penalty, but a good save.
And what that means is the Gun will have the opportunity here to win the BT Sport Pub Cup.
Charlie Mann.
Will Charlie Mann be the man for the Gun?
Finished.
And Mann rifles it in and wins the BT Sport Pub Cup for the Gun of Hackney. They are the champions of 2018.
Well played, lad.
Robbie Savage's side
Wow.
bounced back from a goal down and a player down to equalise and win this game on penalties.
They have done so well to get back into that. They really have. Personally, I think the Liverpool's just about shaded it, but the Gun have showed some spirit.
Well, they had plenty in reserve, the Gun. And commiserations to the Liverpools. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it for a second year running. Let's hear from one of the victorious members of the Gun. We're down with Taylor.
Yes, I'm here with Charlie Mann. Scored the winning penalty in the BT Sport Pub Cup final. How'd it feel?
Amazing, like, can't describe it, like, best thing that's ever happened to me in footy, like, it's unreal. Can't believe it, can't get my head around it, to be fair. Didn't feel like confident stepping up, but Robbie was there telling me I was going to score.
And he did.
Don't fucking...
And he got the winner.
Yeah.
So you didn't change your mind? You knew where he was going before, you just slotted it home?
Nah, always bottom right, never took a pen and gone left, always to the right. No chance of putting it wide there.
Tell you what, shows great character. Fifth penalty ticket, scored to win it. You know, he wouldn't face a situation like this before in his life. Big stadium, to win the cup for his pub. You know, not just him, the whole team. Down to 10 men, they were all fantastic. Bondi, the gaffer, everybody. But this man scored the winning penalty and it showed great character. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Brilliant, well done, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Back to you, Matt.
Well, celebrations all over this field. It's difficult to say who deserved to win this in the end, really.
Well, like I say, I thought that the Liverpools had the outstanding player on the pitch in Steve Janney, but do you know what? The Gun showed a lot of fighting spirit. They were one man down, one goal down, and I thought they were in danger of losing that game, and they came back and they won. And you know, fair play to them.
Because we worried for much of the contest whether they had the ammunition to defeat the Liverpools, but they clearly did, the Gun.
I think there might be a question over the goal as well. Philly Thompson was certainly not happy. He got booked for complaining about the goal, but there we go. The referee gave it, and I mean up to that point as well, the Gun did not have the best of the decisions, I felt. So, because I felt they could have had, because Liverpool's could have had a man sent off in the first half when Olashola went through and got injured. So Like I say, I think the Live Vaults maybe just shaded it, but fair play to the Gun. I thought there was a very spirited comeback, and good luck to them.
And that means we will have a new name on the trophy. It's the second year of the BT Sport Pub Cup. The Live Vaults thought they were going to do it again, but instead, the Gun came firing back to win on penalties. The lottery of penalties, of course, but still had to take their chance.
Mainly decent penalties as well, wasn't it? Really, really decent penalties in the main. And the keepers didn't look like they were getting anywhere near them.
The Live Vaults picking up their losers' medals. They should still be proud of their performance. It was a tough contest.
They'll be gutted. They'll be gutted. They should have won that game. They hit the bar. They hit the bar and the post. Keeper made a couple of great saves. They had the more clear-cut chances, didn't they? Certainly in the second half.
I even gave them a goal, Ian, at one point.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yes.
They chose not to listen to me. And the sizable crowd.
It's going to be hours getting out of the car park after this, isn't it? Let's be fair.
A few left early, I think. A few disappointed Live Vaults fans.
Try and miss the crowds, yeah.
There's Jamie Mcdonald. It wasn't to be. It seemed as though he was going to repeat his winning heroics from last year.
I mean, I think if he stays on the pitch, I think the Live Vaults win, actually.
So unstoppable. Till he sends himself off.
Yeah, well, the ball ran away from him, and he was just trying. I don't think it was a malicious tackling in any way, but it was a yellow card, and there you go.
And here come the victorious, the Gun. They collect their winners' medals, and very shortly they'll lift the trophy, which means they will be the BT Sport Pub Cup champions, and they'll win £5,000 for their establishment.
It's a London pub, yeah, the Gun?
Yep.
It's a London pub in Hackney, okay.
Very close to the Olympic Park.
Yeah.
And it was Olympian spirit, wasn't it, to get them back into that Herculean effort.
Yeah, it was. Like I say, I really, really like their spirit.
You always felt, you know, that final penalty, Charlie man stepped up, pulled the trigger. Told you I wasn't done.
We've got another Gun thing here. Let me do that one.
Yeah. But it's a wonderful occasion, this, for these two sets of players, isn't it?
There he goes.
Here we go. The Gun. BT Sport Pub Cup champions of 2018.
Well, congratulations to the Gun. I think they've enjoyed that, don't you? Wow, down to 10 men. Then, of course, the Live Vaults down to 10. It had to go to pens, and the Gun held their nerve. One good save was all it took. Brilliant for them, of course. Commiserations to the Live Vaults. They couldn't quite defend their trophy. But for the Gun, perhaps fitting in the week that has been for Raheem Sterling, inevitably, maybe. It was the Gun that emerged victorious here at Leicester. Congratulations to them, the pub in Hackney, of this year's 2018 BT Sport Pub Cup champions. Thanks for your company. Night from us. Oh, Kylie's gone anyway.
No, it's in like February.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to say?
What do you want him to say? He's lost ears.
Oh, look, he's going to...
Just an opening link.
Just an opening link.
Okay, mate. You tell me when you're ready.
Give it a shot when you're ready, please.
You know how this is Hackney, you know I'm not that front.
In your own time.
A warm welcome to the Walkers Stadium, normally home of Leicester City, but for tonight it's the venue for the second BT Sport Pub Cup final. The Gun from Hackney will try and wrest the trophy from the Liver Vaults, the pub in Liverpool that won this trophy successfully at the Emirates Stadium last year. Who'll emerge victorious here in Leicester? Let's find out in the company of Ian Stone alongside Seb Hutchinson.
In your own time.
A warm welcome to the Walkers Stadium, normally home.
Hello. It's just we lost. Yeah, we basically lost our output for much of the game. So when the goal went in, we had no idea if it was a goal or not. The equaliser. So I don't know if it's needed for a reversion to do it again because we.
He needs to do it again because he's at the Walker Stadium.
It's the King Power.
It's the King Power, so he's going to do it again. Still in record, mate.
A warm welcome to the King Power Stadium, normally home of Leicester City, of course, but for tonight, venue for the second BT Sport Pub Cup final. The Gun from Hackney are trying to wrest the trophy from the hands of the Liver Vaults, a pub in Liverpool that successfully picked up that trophy at the Emirates Stadium a year ago. Who'll emerge victorious here? Let's find out in the company of Ian Stone alongside Seb Hutchinson.
Yes, it's okay. The equaliser.
A warm welcome to the King Power Stadium, normally home of Leicester City, of course, but for tonight, venue for the second BT Sport Pub Cup final. The Gun from Hackney are trying to wrest the trophy from the hands of the Liver Vaults, a pub in Liverpool that successfully picked up that trophy at the Emirates Stadium a year ago. Who'll emerge victorious here? Let's find out in the company of Ian Stone alongside Seb Hutchinson.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. I can see the goal. Oh, you're saying you can't then record me back onto it? Oh, I see. All right, don't worry about it. All right, no worries.
So they've got the